Chapter 2: Nutrition in Animals. Previously we studied about nutrition in amoeba. Now let us study about nutrition in humans. Again, the mode of nutrition in human beings is holozoic nutrition. Human beings holozoic mode of nutrition अपनाते हैं, जिसमें organisms nutrition obtain करने के लिए digestion के 5 steps perform करते हैं, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. This process of digestion is carried out by digestive system in human beings. The digestive system of human beings consists of alimentary canal and its associated glands. Human beings का digestive system alimentary canal और digestive system से related glands से बना है. Alimentary canal माउथ से स्टार्ट होता है, जहाँ से डाइजेशन प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होती है, और एनस पे एंड होता है, जहाँ से वेस्ट मटेरियल बॉडी के बाहर निकाल दिए जाते हैं. So the continuous canal by which food enters the body and waste are expelled out is called alimentary canal. The organs of the alimentary canal are mouth, esophagus or food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. And the glands associated with digestive system are salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Salivary glands, liver और pancreas digestive system से related glands हैं. They secrete digestive enzymes or digestive juices necessary for digestion process. Now let us study the different steps involved in the nutrition in human beings. The first step is ingestion. Ingestion is the process of taking food into the body. The food is taken into the body through the mouth and it is broken down into smaller pieces with the help of teeth. The process of breaking down of food into smaller pieces by the teeth is called mastication. There are 4 different types of teeth in mouth which helps in breaking the food into smaller pieces. Number 1, incisors, 2, canines, 3, premolars, and 4, molars. Number 1, the incisors are flat and sharp. The incisors are the teeth that we use to cut and bite food. They are centered on the front of the mouth. Both the child and the adult have 4 incisors at the upper jaw and 4 incisors at the bottom lower jaw. Next, number 2, the canines. The canine are sharp teeth present next to the incisors on both the sides. The canines are the teeth used to shred or pierce and tear food. The canines are arranged on each side of the incisors. Both children and adults have 4 canines, 2 at the upper jaw and 2 at the lower jaw. Number 3, the premolars. The premolars have sharp ranging between the square and round. The surface of premolars is not flat. They are present next to the canines on both the sides. Premolars are used to crush, chew, and grind food. An adult human has 8 premolars, 4 premolars at the upper jaw and 4 premolars at the lower jaw. Number 4, the molars. The molars have shape lying between square and round. The molar are situated next to premolars on both the sides. There are 6 molars at upper jaw and 6 molars at lower jaw in the mouth of an adult. And in children, there are only 4 molar teeth at the upper jaw and 4 molar teeth at the lower jaw. The other 4 molars develop at the age of 18 or later and are called wisdom teeth. The molars are used to chew and grind food. Humans have two sets of teeth in their lifetime. The first set of teeth are called temporary teeth or milk teeth. Temporary teeth or milk teeth are 20 in number. Around the age of 6, milk teeth start falling and get replaced by permanent teeth. There are 32 permanent teeth in the mouth of an adult with different shapes and functions. It is very important to take care of our teeth to prevent them from decaying. दांतों को सड़न से बचाने के लिए दांतों का ख्याल रखना बहुत जरूरी है. If we do not clean our teeth and mouth after eating, harmful bacteria begins to grow and starts living in it. These bacteria start acting on the food stuck on and between our teeth. The bacteria break down sugar present in food to produce acid. This acid slowly and gradually damages teeth and results in cavities. This is called tooth decay. Bacteria grow faster on sweet and sugar products. Sometimes bacteria, food particles and saliva form a thick layer on the surface of the teeth, which is called plaque. Next, tongue. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ present in our mouth. It is free at the front but attached at the back to the floor of buccal cavity. The tongue helps to mix saliva with the food and detect different kinds of taste through the taste buds and to swallow food. Different areas of tongue detect different kind of taste, like sweet, sour, bitter, salty. Now let us understand the process of digestion. After ingestion, the second step is digestion. Mouth and buccal cavity. Food is taken in through mouth. Chewing food properly is necessary as digestion process starts in the mouth itself. The large pieces of food are broken down into small pieces by teeth. During chewing, the food mixes with saliva. Saliva is secreted from the salivary glands located on the lower jaw between the tongue and teeth. Saliva converts starch in the food into sugars and also softens the food. The taste of food can be detected by the different types of taste buds present on the tongue. The tongue helps in mixing saliva with the food. Next, esophagus or food pipe. The swallowed food from the mouth passes on to the esophagus. The epiglottis, which is a flap-like structure, directs the food into the esophagus and prevents entry into the larynx or sound box. The walls of the esophagus relax and contract repeatedly to push the food down. This type of movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal and is called peristalsis or peristaltic movement. No digestion takes place in the esophagus. The peristaltic movement of the esophagus helps the food to move down the tract till it reaches the stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure with a thick wall. The food that enters the stomach is churned and mixed with mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices secreted by the inner lining of the stomach. Hydrochloric acid helps to kill the bacteria present in the food. It also makes acidic medium in the stomach for digestion of food. The digestive juices secreted by the stomach break down complex protein into simple soluble molecules. The mucus is a sticky substance which protects the stomach lining from action of acids. The food is partially digested and it is in the form of thick soup. Now this partly digested food is emptied into the small intestine from the stomach. Small intestine. Small intestine is a highly coiled structure and is about 7.5 meters long tube. As soon as the small intestine receives partly digested food from the stomach, the digestive juices from the liver and pancreas mix with the food. Liver. Liver is the largest gland in the human body and is situated in the upper side of the abdomen. It is reddish brown in color. Liver secretes bile into the small intestine which breaks down fats. Bile is stored in gallbladder until it is needed. Pancreas. Pancreas is a leaf-shaped and green-colored gland. It is located just below the stomach. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice into the small intestine. Pancreatic juice breaks down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into simple molecules. In this way, liver and pancreas helps in digestion of food in small intestine. The remaining food is digested by the intestinal juices secreted by the small intestine. The carbohydrates breaks down into simple sugars like glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and proteins into amino acids. The food is completely digested into the small intestine. Now the digested food is ready to be absorbed into the blood. Next step after digestion is absorption of digested food. The inner walls of the small intestine has finger-like projections called villi. A network of thin blood capillaries are present on the villi. The villi increases the surface area and absorbs the digested food materials. The substances absorbed are transported through the blood to different parts of the body and are used by the body for growth, development, repair, etc. of the cell. This process of using the absorbed food materials is called assimilation. In this process, glucose breaks down with the help of oxygen inside each and every cell to produce energy and waste materials like carbon and water. The undigested and unabsorbed food enters the large intestine. Large intestine. The large intestine is smaller than small intestine. Once the undigested food enters the large intestine, it absorbs water and some salts from it and passes the remaining waste into the rectum. Here it remains as semi-solid, which is called feces. The feces are waste material removed through anus. This process is called egestion. So this is how the process of digestion is carried out in humans. In our next video, we'll study about digestion process in ruminants or grass-eating animals.